Hello, dear participants, all the students from SGIS School, Kolhapur, dear faculty members, dear teachers, principal, vice principal. I'm a little unaware of who all I have attended or admitted in the meeting. Uh, we are right on time. It's 6:31, and we are expecting few more participants to join in. Vipul sir, I suppose some teachers would be joining in, right?
Yeah. So we will wait up to 35, 6:35.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll give some discussion.
May I get some introduction from the teachers who are already in, if they are?
No, at present nobody is there.
Okay.
Once they join, I will just inform.
Yes.
Okay.
So these are all students.
Yeah. So we can take one by one students' introduction in meanwhile if you want.
Great. So I see a lot of good students here. Kinjal, you've joined from two.
No, there are two Kinjal, sir.
There are two
Kinjal Head,
Kinjals.
Kinjal
Yeah.
Karwa.
Hi, Kinjal. Hi, Kinjal 1 and Kinjal 2, I suppose. Who all are
One is Kinjal Heda and one is Kinjal Karwa.
Karva? Okay, fine. Great. Hi, Aryan. Say hello if you are listening to me.
Hello.
So, may I have a. Okay, Vasudha and Purva from our team has joined in. Prashant. Daksh is there, I suppose. Daksh. Hi, Daksh.
Hi, sir.
Hello. Manasvi. Hello, beta.
Hello, sir.
Who's there? Akshat. Did I pronounce it right?
Yes, sir.
Great. And Anjali, right? Anjali Sangpal.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
Anjali. Welcome to you all. I hope you enjoyed the assessment. What I'll do is for a couple of minutes, I'll stop my screen sharing so that I'm able to see you if at all. Give me a minute. Yes. Great. Can you just turn on your cameras if possible? If you can share your faces. Yes. Manasvi, Daksh,
Yes.
Akshat, Kinjal. Great. Hi, Manasvi. Are you with your parents?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
They are there.
Okay. So this is me and this is my colleague Priyanka here.
Hi. Hi, Manasvi. We would also like to see the other students. If it's okay, you can switch on the camera.
Anjali, Himanshi.
We are,
Himanshi, hi.
we are really excited to interact with all of you all.
Great. So you have done with your today's school hours, right? You all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you have reached your homes.
Hello, sir. Let me interrupt you.
Yes.
So one of the faculty member, Dr. Sharad Pawar, has joined. So can you just have a word with?
Hello, Dr. Sharad. Hello. Can you hear us? Sharad sir, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please.
Great. So nice to have you here on this good evening.
Namaste, sir.
Yeah. So you are joining from the school campus itself, right?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. A lot of enthusiastic students.
Yes, sir.
So we are expecting couple of more teachers joining in.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Santarao has joined, so you can have a chat with him.
Yes. Hello, Rao sir.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening. Glad to meet you, sir.
Glad to meet you, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Although
Nice
virtually,
to-
but glad to meet you. I
Okay, sir.
hope
Thank you.
the experience of all the students giving the first phase in the assessment was good. We would be discussing in detail about the report and very interesting aspects of career planning, which we have
Yes,
brought
sir.
to you and maybe to all the students in their personal pursuits of their career.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, as well, I'm the parent of a student also.
Oh, great. So it's
Yes.
a dual, responsibility as well as pride, both things.
Pride, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you so much.
Asta, Chaitanya has joined in. Hello, dear students. Welcome to the session. If everybody's joined in, maybe we can start in a couple of minutes. Is that okay? Should we
Yes.
wait for some more time?
Yes, sir. 2 more minutes we'll wait and then we'll
Okay.
start.
Okay. I
Is
can
it
see.
fine, Sharad sir and Rao sir?
Yes, sir. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, sir. No problem.
It's okay.
All the way. So you have these 10th grade students which will be appearing the exams now, right? These students. These are outgoing students. Hello, Sharad sir.
Sir.
So these are the students who will be appearing the boards now, or are these just entered into their 10th grade?
No, sir. Joining the board exam. 10th class. Sir.
Okay. Okay. So they are on their last you can say semester, last fag end of their 10th grade.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Films 1 over.
I think all of them must have received their reports. We did arrange for a print for all of them. Vipul sir was there on the campus to do it. So I'm sharing my screen now. I hope all the students and the teachers, the screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Sir, we are missing only Aditya and Amod here. So shall we start? Aditya, Amod and Kaushik. Dr. Sharad, shall we start?
हाँ सर, एक 2 मिनट सर, मैं कॉल कर लेता हूँ सारे बच्चों को. आदित्य पाटिल, Amod and
Kaushik.
Kaushik.
Kaushik. Okay.
Meanwhile, can I have an informal talk with the students? Is that okay?
Okay, sir. No problem.
Great. So, dear students, I hope you all are tired with your day's work at the school, and but equally excited for the way forward in understanding your report. I assume that. Yes or no? If yes, you have a reaction button in the system. Just click on it and say thumbs up as I did. Great. I can see thumbs up from Asta, Arya, Kinjal, Arihan. Wow, great. All of you. And how excited are you? Can someone say? Just unmute and say, this is what I look forward. Yes, Chaitanya.
Sir, very much.
Very much excited. Wow. Have you all gone through your report?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Great. Did you find it?
Yes, sir.
Find it
Yes, sir.
interesting? Yes. Did you find it interesting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We don't have to, stay longer because I suppose your colleague, your peers will join in as soon as possible. They join in. We'll start with our session. This year has been challenging for you, all of you, is it not?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Were you able to cope up with the challenges?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So your voice is saying a different story, although. Manasvi?
Trying to cope up, sir.
Getting some success?
Yes, sir. On the way to
On the way to success. Great.
It will be nice if we can see all.
It will be good. I mean, if
This
you
is
can.
the only time we can see each other because we'll start the screen sharing soon. Can we see all of you all once?
So we can also have a group photograph.
A virtual photograph, my
Yeah.
God.
Okay, come on, turn on your cameras, please.
Lovely. So the
Fantastic.
teachers have
Daksh, Akshat, Kinjal, Aryan, Anjali. Wow. Nice to see you, Anjali. Hi, Asta. Very nice to see you people. Good faces, huh, Kinjal?
I know you all don't want to show us your tired faces, but we are absolutely okay seeing them anyway.
Funny.
Daksh? Good to see you, beta. Chaitanya is there. Good. Kinjal is. So, also tell us like whether you're sitting with your parents.
Yes, you can keep the camera on, Arihant. It's all right. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Let us see who we are talking to. We don't want to talk to a computer. We want to see your face.
Arey, very nice, Kinjal.
Lovely. Thank you so much for making time for this session. I know you all are really, really busy in the last lap of your preparations now. And I'm sure that this session will add a lot of value to your aspirations and way forward after the grade 10. We are lucky to have Brainberg here take you all through this journey. So do participate in the discussions, ask questions. Let's keep it interactive.
Fantastic. So if all are here, I suppose now we have 20 participants joined in. So if it is a go ahead, we can really start the session. That's okay.
Yeah, only Amod is balanced, but we can start the session.
Fine. So hello everybody, and welcome to this wonderful evening. And to make it quick, let me introduce you to me and my organization along with my team here. I'm Dr. Vishal Sangle, my colleague, Ms. Priyanka Patole. She is a certified counseling psychologist, and I am a psychologist as well, working towards bright minds like you to understand the way you have been going through your adolescence, your challenges, your development, and helping you succeed in your career. My colleague, Mr. Vipul Patil, is there, was there with you a couple of days on your campus to make sure that you are all in action in getting your assessments done. So what we do at Brainbug is make sure that you people get the required help to understand yourself better in terms of your abilities and interest. So this session is primarily planned after your assessments that you took in last couple of days, to make you understand the report in depth, providing you insights into your interests and abilities, and then forming a plan, a very important aspect of your career planning, setting a goal for your journey ahead. With this, I also thank the entire principal, vice principal, management, and the teachers of your school to giving us this opportunity to interact with the school students. So, with this note, I would begin with this wonderful session today. Yes. So why do we have to plan? If you all students come from an understanding or a set of mind which says that we should take things as they come in life, things you will see and do in your life will be very, very random and vague. And when you look back once a while you are taking some decisions, one thing you must not say is, I regret taking this decision. I always have, had an opportunity to make it otherwise, and I did not do that thing or did not take that decision, and hence I am not able to go forward in my career. I'll tell you a small example regarding this. I was sitting in my clinic in the year 2009 when this beautiful movie Three Idiots released. You all have seen Three Idiots, and Three Idiots gave us, everybody, not only the younger generation, but the ones who were in the middle of their career, some insight in their thoughts, in their brains, that what are they doing? Are they doing the things that they really intended or desired or loved to do? Or is it only that the circumstances or the situations brought them where they are now? So one fine day, a middle-aged man came and sat in my clinic, and he was like asking, had this film been released when he was young, he would have not become what he is today. And he was a police inspector, or maybe doing some kind of civil services examination. He wanted to always go and do some kind of art, and his circumstances, his peers, his peer pressure, his teachers persuaded to go for for the civil services examinations. He did clear it, and he did enter into the police department, which is also good, but he had different aspiration in his life. And similarly, stories like this have surfaced after the movie got released in 2009. And then what we look back, or what we realize after we have taken a certain decision, especially relating to your career, it is important that you plan it properly, so that you don't question your own decision later in life, even though if you have the challenges that you face, but you'll always say that that was a very curated, planned, and measured decision. It is said, it's a proverb, actually, it has to be ingrained in our minds, that if you fail to plan, you actually are planning to fail. So it's very necessary that you go through this process of planning in early days of your school life, where you have ample of time to look into your abilities and interest. And while going through your professional career or professional education, you have good amount of options given in front of you to choose from. So second thoughts are unavoidable in your life. You'll always get this thought, why have you done this? Why have you not taken this decision? And then you must know what was the reason, what was the exact thing that went into your mind or in your decision-making process. So planning is an unavoidable thing. It has to happen. Hence, this planning started with our assessment first. So what are the fundamentals of any successful person in his life? Success may be defined with different definitions with everybody, but mind you, students, it's only some important facets of life in early life, as early as your childhood, when you're a kid, that makes a mark on your entire personality, that leads you to some kind of achievement or attainment in your life. And one of the important thing here is your upbringing and your emotions. We've always noticed that if you are asked to learn a second language, for example, if you are like 14-year, 13-year, or maybe 50-year-old student, it is fairly easy for you to acquire a second language. If you ask a person like our age to learn a second language, it is a little difficult task for us if you want to learn a new language. If you go a little earlier, the kids of like 5 year, 6 year, 7 year old, 3 year old, if you are given if you try to train them in second language, third language, fourth language, it is quite easy. And there is no chance by chance happening here. It's always a very definitive science behind it. Our brains are more moldable in our early life. The junctions of your synapses, the nerves, are more in action while they are learning new skills, new behaviors, or new things in early life. And these are called as opportunity windows. These opportunity windows, when you grow through your experiences, gets narrower and narrower, and at some point of time they close. The more you try and shape your entire skill sets or maybe learnings in early part of your life, it is easy for you to accommodate the challenges in the later part of your life. Hence, while you are in a very formative ages of yours, where you are given environment which is more favorable, more adaptive, and more conducive for your development, what has to come to you is the nurturing, the seeds of your positive emotions or attitude towards your work, or maybe your studies, which has to come from a disposition which is more, what do you say, focused, more flexible, and more towards looking towards the brighter side of it. Even though the current stages of pandemic has brought to you challenges, if you look at it, it has also brought you some opportunities. And these opportunities, if you find them, if you try and dig them out, it is easy for you to nurture your being in the life that you are going to see in future. Hence, your attitude, which is like a personal phenomena for you, a personal thing for you, that you must look towards the brighter side of things always, will give you an aspect which is more positive in life. You must remember this saying, this proverb by Rabindranath Tagore. He says, hope is a bird which sings when the dawn is still dark, or that is the ultimate sense of positivity that that bird has got, which is singing it is night. There is no a ray of sun that is coming up, but it knows there will be sunrise. It will be morning sooner or later, and there will be light coming up in the sky. So it starts singing early in the dawn, when the entire night is shadowing or maybe present there. What we need to also put in our entire being is, you must always face things with optimism, and hence your upbringing and your emotions matter a lot. Similarly, while you look at the predictions towards your financial prosperity or educational attainment, they are interlinked. They are like running in circles with each other. So what you achieve, at least in this part of the world, in India, your career is made up of your educational attainment, although talent has to do with a lot of things that you do, or skills that you nurture in your life has to do a lot of things that you go ahead and succeed in your life. Mind you, you must pay attention to what you are learning, and this learning should go on all through your life uninterrupted. If you keep these two, three fundamentals in mind, it'll be easy for you to go ahead, march ahead in your career with a lot of strength and resilience. This word you must be listening for some while, if not for the past 7 8 months. The way people have been bouncing back through their challenges and calamity in the pandemic nowadays is a really good example of what we call this phenomena of resilience. So there is a systematic way of career planning, and we can divide this way or this method into 5 steps. I would encourage all the students, after we present this entire session to you in next 30 odd minutes, to come up with questions. And I expect at least one question from each student, and we are here to answer all those questions. That whatever things that you feel should be addressed immediately in this entire process of career planning. So to start with, the 5 steps of the career planning, one important step that you completed while in the last week was self-assessment, understanding your abilities and interest. You did a fantastic 90 minutes assessment without any interruption and challenges, and you also received a report. In that report, you got to know about your abilities and interests, and these abilities and interest will further pave the way for your exploration of career options. That is step 2, and seeking help in that regards. So it is always good to seek help. It is always good to ask for help. Helping in general is a good way. Helping each other in general is a good way of resolving a lot of challenges in and around you. So exploring career options, seeking help from an expert, like what we are doing now is like I'm sharing, my colleague and me will be sharing with you certain very important insights about your report and your career prospects. This is the second step towards your career planning. Then formulating your own personalized plan, which will be narrowing down to the list of career options, which can be 1 2 3 4 in number, usually having like plan A, plan B, or plan C, while you are making sure that if plan A succeeds, there's no issue, you are going with plan A. If plan A fails, there has to be a plan B to uh, append the loss or maybe the failure of plan A. And then if not plan B, there has to be a plan C. This way you secure you foolproof the entire process of selecting your career. Followed with it is like deciding the best option. In this process, mind you, this should be an informed decision. You must know everything in and out about that profession in toto to understand why and how you are selecting this profession. What is the career of the future of the entire option career area, or what is the what is all that you are going to gain in that area in future. All these aspects should be clear to you. The reason I'm telling you this is because it is your own choice. It should be your own choice. It should be an insightful choice. It should be your decision. You can, as I said, seek help in that context, but it's your decision in entirety. And then setting a career goal which you'll be striving to attain. Now you're in 10th, you have a couple of more years to go for your professional education and thereafter entering your professional life. A best way to do it is having a career goal which will have a very strong impact on your career. Let me tell you, after this 5-step process, we'll also think about certain very intimate things that has to do with your own challenges that you face in behavior. Before that, let us understand your report in detail. I hope everybody has the report in front of them. Just raise your thumb if it is there. Everybody? Yes, great. So I'm going to share with you a sample report which will tell you the details of this assessment. You'll be able to cross-check with your report in hand and then follow the details as to how to read the report. Is everybody able to see the screen, the report? Someone just confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. So the first page of the report will give you the details of your demography. Demography is your gender, age, country, occupation, and education, which talks about in a technical word, these are people with similar characteristics, like people belonging to the demography that you belong to, so that your benchmarking of the scores, your comparison of the scores is with the same age group of people, same gender and same country, same occupation, same education. So that is where the benchmarking is done, so that you compare apples with apples, you don't compare apples with oranges. And then you get to know the test details. You also get to know whether your response style was genuine or not. That is to say, whether you responded genuinely. Otherwise, it will be flagged as some other response style, which is like social desirability, central tendency, or say carelessness, for that matter, to be very precise. But almost all of you have got the response style as genuine, which is good. The succeeding pages will talk about how to read the report. We just see the third page, which talks about the abilities or the skills that we assessed. There are 7 abilities that we went through: numerical, clerical, verbal, reasoning, spatial, mechanical, and closure. I'm going to explain each of these ability in detail while we go further. And there is the vocational personality, that the interest, the attitude part that we evaluated. And there are 8 types of career interest that also will go into detail while we go further in reading the report. So the succeeding pages, as I said, will talk on how to read the report. You can read it at leisure. I'll just ponder upon the important aspects so that it becomes easy for you to read it. Look at the 5th page. You'll see the general structure of the report is on the left-hand side corner. You'll get the name of the ability. On the right-hand side corner, you'll get the score on a 10-point scale. So 10 score, which is reflected here, is a 10-point scale, which is like standard 10 score from 0 to 10, 0 being the low, 10 being the high. And the graded scale of this is given here in the chart, in the description. Like you see, 0 to 2 is very poor, 2 to 4 is poor, 4 to 6 is average, 6 to 8 is high, 8 to 10 is excellent. And you get a graph of the similar representation of the score, followed by an interpretation analysis, giving you description of what does that score mean to you, followed by a self-help guide, which will have the understanding, for a guide for you to nurture, develop, maintain, or how to enhance this particular type of ability, this particular ability which is described above. And then you have mentors guide, like teachers or parents, how they can help you to help enhance the entire ability. So what is Z-score? So Z-score is so if you look at here, you see a raw score, a Z-score, and a STEM score. So raw score is the actual scores that you get on your scale or on your test questionnaire. Z-score is the standard deviation. That means you cannot form an opinion or a value from these scores that you have on your assessments, because these are not any formative type of assessments that you usually see in your school academics. These are a different type of assessments where the raw scores are processed. They go through a series of calculations. One of the calculation is to calculate mean of that group and then get the Z-score, get the standard deviation, and then get to the Z-score. Z-score is usually -3 to +3 in range, and it gives you whether you fall below or above the average student performing in that group. If the student is performing average, you'll have a Z-score of 1. 0. If it is like above average, you'll have a Z-score of 1. It's below average, you'll have a Z-score of -1. Below that, it gradually goes on decreasing. Hence, if the Z-score here is -1.66, the STEM score, which is a readily understandable score for a layman because it's a 10-point scale, you get to know that this Z-score translates to 2.18 here, which is falling into the category of 2 to 4, which is poor. I hope, Kinjal, you understand this. Just thumbs up. Yeah, great. So this is how the general structure of the report is. Each ability is explained in this way. We'll come to each ability and then we'll go towards the career report or the career interest. So numerical abilities to start with. Numerical ability is one such ability which is your ability to deal with numbers, how quickly, accurately you are dealing with numbers, and it also involves basic arithmetic manipulations or basic arithmetic calculations that you are needed to perform.
Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sir, can you interpret one of our students' report?
Absolutely. Is that okay?
We wanted it, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Children, will it be fine? Everybody?
You can suggest, sir. You can suggest.
Angel or anybody, Priyal, anybody?
Anybody can volunteer because this will be like everybody will be seeing it.
We have to know that what is our aspirations and what are our strengths and all. It has to be known by the expert, right? We have done something. If it is analyzed by one person, whether we are standing into that level or no. Hello?
Rao sir.
Yes, sir.
I would just need some permission from one of the students to display the report.
Yes, sir.
That is what. Anybody? Chaitanya?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Might's fine.
Your reports will be presented there and analyzed whether your strengths are matching that or no.
Okay,
that
sir.
we will see, Baba, right?
So
Yes.
who's to go for?
Who's
Just
to
give
go?
me one person's name.
Sir Chaitanya.
Chaitanya. So Chaitanya, it's okay. I'll show you. I'll display your report.
Yes.
Is it okay, Chaitanya?
Yes, sir. It's fine.
Yeah, fine. Let him analyze it. Whether you are there into that stream or no, what are your aspirations and all, whether we are matching with our aptitude test or no, that we will analyze, na, Baba? All right?
Yes.
Chaitanya, is it okay? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Give me a
Fine,
minute,
fine.
sir. I'm just opening the report.
Yes, sir.
It's Chaitanya Nitave, right?
Yes.
Sir, it is pronounced as Chaitanya Nitve.
Nitve. Okay, sorry. So I'm sharing the screen again.
Chaitanya, is it okay if your report is open for everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Can you see the
fine.
screen?
Good. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
now I hope you've known the general understanding of the report. Will directly jump on to the numerical ability. Okay.
Fine, sir.
Yeah. So you see here, Chaitanya's cohort is gender, male, 15, India, student secondary, and his response style is genuine. Okay.
Okay.
So we go to the 5th page where we see Chaitanya's numerical ability. Do you see this? Yes. Now Chaitanya's numerical ability is the raw score is 13, the Z score is 1, the STEM score is 7.5, which is falling into the category of 6 to 8, which is good. So this is second highest level of competency displayed in the numerical ability by Chaitanya, which is it has got the ability to identify and understand numbers is high, and you have a good high computational skills with you. So you Chaitanya, this has to be taken into consideration from the perspective you're looking for aspirations ranging from scientific disciplines or say engineering disciplines, economics, or certain other areas where you need to work with numbers like commerce as well. This is the area that you should take into consideration for your uh, career selection, but we'll also have to look at other areas simultaneously. So this numerical ability, as far as it is concerned, you have a very good, that is high numerical ability, which falls into the bracket of 6.8. Now you look at the self-help that is prescribed to you. You'll also get to know how you are able to cope up with this or maintain this ability in your successive endeavors that you'll be doing here on. So it is important. It's not only like that you have to improve your ability. It's equally important that you maintain it. So what happens usually is, we always say that when students display a good range of competencies, we praise their intelligence and we praise their brilliance. As opposed to it, our advocacy here is to praise the hard work behind that achievement. In this case, if Chaitanya's mentors or Chaitanya's teachers or parents, always when he scores some good things or maybe does some good things in his school or otherwise, what has to be enhanced or what has to be encouraged is the hard work that the Chaitanya has put in behind that accomplishment. So while Chaitanya accepts that accomplishment as a part of his efforts, not as a part of his entitlement, in terms of like he's entitled to get through because he's intelligent or he is, say, brilliant, there is a strong reason that this is to be nurtured. The reason I'm telling you this is research has proved that if a student or anybody for that matter is encouraged for his brilliance or intelligence, the performance second times drops down. While if he is encouraged or appraised for his efforts, the performance second times is actually maintained or it enhances. Hence, mentors or maybe Chaitanya for himself also should focus on efforts or in maintaining this ability, and mentors should help him take this forward. The next ability that Chaitanya we display here is clerical ability. Now, clerical ability is the ability that individual displays in speed and accuracy as a part of a response to simple, conventional tasks that the user or maybe the subject is expected to do. Typically, the professions where the processes are set, there is a lot of no innovation in that particular process. You have to just follow the instructions in a structured manner. Clerical competency here is where that comes into play. Banking professions, front end, back end office jobs where processes are set, as I said, or maybe documenting things, getting things into structured way is what clerical ability is needed. What we've observed also is, Chaitanya, you can confirm yes or no and be open because we are discussing it. We've observed in clerical, in clerical ability.
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Yeah, we have observed is, this is our observation. You can confirm that, students who display lower clerical ability usually are the ones who are little lethargic.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Lethargy in the sense, what we say is they postpone task a little, like homework, like assignments, like completion of task or something, or maybe they do it on 11th hour or something like that. Okay. This is what our observation is. You can confirm or agree or disagree with this.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir, I agree.
Yeah, fine, good.
Okay, so this is about clerical ability. As I said, you can improve your multitasking accuracy and speed by doing certain tasks which we expect the user to do in terms of identifying, checking consistency in the work that they are doing. One important thing that students must develop in this context is rising early in their, in starting their day early. Typically, we encourage students to rise somewhere between 5 to 6 a.m. The reason is not only relating to their physical aspect, but it has to do a lot of things with their executive functions of their brain. We have an area in our brain which is called as prefrontal cortex, which is exactly behind the forehead of any person. This area of your brain is involved into the complex or high-end functions of your brain, like decision making, like planning, like working memory, maybe thinking, executive getting things done in your day-to-day life. So these functions of your prefrontal cortex are enhanced in the early when you rise early in your bed. It's important to rise early in bed. You must sleep early, and hence there was an old age saying from that came from our maybe parents or grandparents that you must go to bed early or rise early, which makes you happy and healthier. The other part of it is when you grow up, get up early in the morning, you tend to stay fresh, and you tend to lead a very productive day ahead. It has to, if it is coupled with at least an exercise of like 30 minutes average, you have an enhanced working memory, you have an enhanced focus that is you can exhibit in your day. So maybe if you have to change this, Chaitanya, you can one small way of doing it is rising early in the bed. What do? Do you rise early in the bed or not?
No, sir, not that early.
When do you rise?
Okay. 6 o'clock, 6:30 or 6.
Okay, it's when it's school, and when it's no school, then when it's holiday.
8 or 9.
That is where. So your motivation is coming from some kind of obligation. It has to come with internal flame, some kind of driving force that is to come from within. If you look for that inspiration, the best thing that you can you can do is, I would encourage you to see a video on YouTube. The name of the video is 5 a.m. Club. Will you do that?
Yes, sir, sure.
5 a.m. Club. All students can note it down. 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. That's one of the, it is in a half-hour video, but it will give you insights into why you should rise early in the morning. So we come to the next aspect, and that is your verbal ability. I see here you also have got a good verbal ability. Your understanding of words, comprehension of ideas, critical reasoning about language and grammar is also good. Your vocabulary is good. How is it? Do you read?
Yes,
Chaitanya?
yes, sir, I read.
What have you been reading?
Some mythological books or adventure thrillers.
Like, can you cite some examples?
Like Amish Tripaঠি's one book is the Shiva trilogy, and then the famous five, and then the Percy Jackson.
Very good. So you have been reading, and how about your academic reading, like regarding your textbooks, your daily academic work?
Not daily, means
But
not much.
You have been interested in reading, although like if not the classwork, but a general habit of reading.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can someone confirm from your faculty or your teachers?
Yes, sir. He does read.
Okay. So all in all, a verbal ability has to do with your understanding of, see, the language in terms of comprehension. How do you understand it? Your critical reasoning, grammar, and vocabulary. These sections of your language. So it usually what we recommend students is, while they are improving or maintaining their language as a part, there are four channels which are usually necessary. The first two channels are like, internalizing the language, that is reading and listening, while as the other the channels are like externalizing the language, that is speaking and writing. Once you have the first two things like reading and listening, the other two things will, to some extent will be expressed, or maybe coming out. Either you'll speak or write. The person who is like a little introvert will write. The person who is extrovert will start speaking, voraciously. The reason is because there is a strong relation between these four set of skills that is usually there. Chaitanya, I hope reading has helped you to express your ideas and your
Yes.
what do you say, thoughts, emotions.
Yes, sir.
This is equally necessary while you are getting admitted to whichever course you are into after your 12th grade. You get a very, what do you say, uh, the possibility of getting through that coursework is enhanced, because most of the part in the entire coursework is related to the basic skills of understanding the textbooks or the literature, or maybe the knowledge system that the coursework brings to you, which is all encoded in language. So that is what we look at. While parents are encouraged to help their kids by making sure that they go on talking to their kids, also gradually developing a routine of 21 days that we say, to build a habit for reading if the student is not happy or maybe not encouraged to read. Go along with some kind of habit forming regime for at least 21 days, which gives you a strong wired thing in your brain that a habit is formed, and that once a habit is formed, it lasts for longer. A relatively permanent change is brought into the students development. Then we come to the reasoning ability. We also find that you also have a good reasoning ability. This is a raw score. Now this is based out of there are 10 questions which were asked and you scored 8 here, which is like you also get a grade which is which is falling into 6 to 8. Now I'll tell you why this is relating to the logic or reasoning part of general principle or some specific information, from general to specific information, from specific to general, that inductive or deductive kind of logic that we usually see in our in entire what you see the reasoning aspect. This is necessary in the professions like science, commerce, economics, as well as some professions which deal with natural sciences, also dealing with engineering and applied sciences, which are more towards application based programs. So reasoning forms the basis of these entire things. Can you say something about it, Chaitanya? How are you, like, in terms of your disciplines, like reasoning out things, or do you reason out things, whether it's academic or non-academic?
Sir, means I didn't get the question.
For example, you can your teachers can say, if something has to be debated or something has to be argued, whether it's positive or negative, whichever is way, or maybe either of the sides, do you find Chaitanya inclined towards taking sides or making a strong argument in that cases?
Sir, I don't think so. Sir, means debating skills are little low.
No. See, debating is one thing, but for example, if you can find reasons or what you say, the causative factors behind certain things, analyzing things, deducing things, whether you speak it up or not, that is different thing. But deducing things or maybe inducing things, why this has happened, the why part of it.
Yeah, yes, sir. Sometimes.
You have that question mark in you most of the times. Do you have it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the ability relating to that aspect.
Sir Chaitanya, can I ask you one question, if you don't mind?
Yes, sir.
What do you enjoy? Do you enjoy science books or science practicals?
Sir, practicals.
Okay,
Practicals.
thank you.
Okay, great, fantastic. So here you have a guide on enhancing your reasoning skills is by asking questions. Usually, no question is a foolish question, we say, and hence asking questions is one of the wonderful things that you can do. Your faculty, your teachers, your guides, your parents should encourage these things. Although it may sound initially that you are nudging or nagging, but that is not the case. You are in a formative age. It is always good to ask questions, and hence your mentors can enhance this critical thinking skills in you. I think you have a polarity of skill sets here most of the times. It's 7.5 and 3.5 all the times. So here you see your spatial ability is 3.5, which is like falling into the uh, bracket of 2 to 4. Spatial ability is understanding your patterns, shape, size, distance, length, breadth, height, width around you. And it is one of the important things while you are understanding the dimensions around you, mostly used in professions like civil engineering, architecture, or interior designing, or you can say geometry, fashion designing, all these aspects where your understanding of dimensions or patterns around you is taken into consideration. Here you find your score is low, and I would say to enhance this score, you would want to develop the understanding from the perspective of imagining things in your as I said in your mind in an abstract level, so that you become more what do you say precise in understanding the distance, length, width, height around you. A good example of this is, do you drive car, sorry, do
No,
you drive bike or something, or maybe a cycle, bicycle?
bicycle.
Okay. What are you a what kind of driver are you? What kind of bicycle driver are you? A very precise, effective, fast paced, or do you drive very cautiously?
Slowly, not that.
Why I'm telling you this is, riding a bicycle or riding any car or vehicle, it has to do with a lot of understanding of pace along with the distance or maybe the understanding of objects around you, whatever they are. So while you are driving slow or cautiously, most of the times you are going into this understanding that you may not end up into banging something. Subconsciously or consciously, it may happen. A very strong example of high spatial intelligence is people can understand the these dimensions faculty very precisely, and they can navigate through these narrow spaces or maybe crowded spaces even at a fast pace. So this is a good example of it. You can always develop this by focusing on the, so it's simple. We always say that you have in your as I said, you have a working memory space in your prefrontal cortex. It has got two, it works as a computer. Your brain works, if it is if you find an analogy in a computer, your working memory is a central processing unit for it, which is the RAM part, I can say, which has got two functions. One is seeing, visualizing objects, uh, and listening to the things, that is visual spatial. One thing is visualizing object, and the other is listening to the things around you. The visualizing part of it is called as visual spatial sketchpad. This is a part which is, you take inputs from your eyes and your kinesthetics like the skin to understand the things around you, while the auditory pathways is the second part, which is like which is called as phonological loop. Now these two things are connected to process your memory at the first place, the short term memory as you call it as, or a working memory as you call it. Once you develop a practice of imagining things in your visual spatial sketchpad, you will find that these imaginations will grow precise and precise and precise over a period of time, which will lead you to more understanding of patterns around you or dimensions around you. It's a simple way which is explained in this self-help guide for you. Parents can help their wards to enable imaginative potential through fostering creativity and understanding whatever is the idea that is coming from the student, not discarding it before actually it may be very vague, very basic, but appreciating the idea that is to come from the student. We go to the mechanical ability. Here also you find, now typically this is understanding of basic mechanical principles, simple machines, tools, electrical and automotive facts.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes.
Will it be okay? Hello?
Yes, Rao sir.
I'm asking the students to be analyzed in front of everybody. Is it okay for him or no?
Yes, sir, it's fine.
Fine, na? Baba, beta, don't worry. Don't think
No,
it's
sir.
a different that
I don't feel it.
everything of yours will be, yeah. If it is okay, then I'll ask sir to continue, okay?
Yes, sir, it's fine.
If anything is, if anything hurts you, please pardon me, Chaitanya.
No, sir, no, it's fine.
And
Chaitanya, it is known to you what you are, okay? At the same time, sir is telling, but in front of everybody, it is
Yeah,
telling.
sir, it's for my own development.
You don't
good
take
round of
anything
applause
personal.
for Chaitanya.
Okay.
Everybody
Really,
thumbs
really.
up.
Really, thumbs up. Really. Really, it is good. Chaitanya, you have taken it as a sportive thing. It's very good. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
All right.
dear parents of
Yeah.
Chaitanya as well. Okay.
Yeah,
So
really.
Chaitanya, your mechanical ability, as you see here, this is understanding of simple machines, tools, electrical, automotive facts. I'll ask you a simple question. Maybe your parents can answer that. Were you like in your early days, maybe in your kid, playing with screwdrivers and things around, opening things, dismantling things, assembling things?
Sir.
Yes, sir. He always play with cars, open them, breaks them also.
Great. So what
Mostly
did
he play
you,
with cars.
yes, what did you like the best, Chaitanya, of it? Assembling it or dismantling it?
Sir, both actually.
Both. So
Good.
what do you do? Like, are you intrigued by how it works, or what
I
exactly?
just wanted to see what runs it or means what are the parts of.
Correct. So this is what is mechanical ability all about. Understanding of the basic, simple mechanical principles, how machines or tools, simple electrical gadgets or automotive things work. Here you have got good, your score is good, and that is where this all ability about. Maybe you can go through the self-help guide also, like these how if you are encouraging students of doing this, maybe students develop this kind of sense of understanding of these simple tools. We also encourage parents and teachers to send them to workshops or to garages to work there, or see how maybe the people over there work, some small carpentry shops or maybe automobile garages, so that they know how these tools function and work. Then we have your closure ability, and this is like 8.74. Now try and understand this, very interesting for you all students as well. It's very high for Chaitanya. It's excellent actually. So what is closure ability? Closure ability is when you're given incomplete information, how do you make a whole out of it? How do you make a complete sense out of it? Like it works on the psychological principle of Gestalt. Gestalt is a method. He's a psychologist. It makes you understand how things, when you are given incomplete information, how do you make a complete sense out of it? Professions like medicine, when diagnosing patients, professions like civil services, when you have to make judgments, decisions very accurately, precisely in short period of time when you have incomplete information. Professions where you have responsible decision making powers, these are the areas where you need a strong closure ability, and you have a very strong sense of it, Chaitanya. Your parents can tell me. I'll tell you how to look for this. uh, do you do some kind of home work or home duties, Chaitanya? काही घरचं काम करतोस मराठी इफ यू आर ओके.
नाही.
Acha. Like for example, if you are asked by your parents to, uh, pay the electricity bill or something like that, have you been doing it? Or maybe इथून मागे नाही पण do you trust your word with this? Parents can say. I
नाही
can tell you,
करत. घरचं काही सांगितलं नाही.
you can start trusting him in this case. Okay, if you have not, because he's 15 years of age, you can always depend upon him of doing these things. He's got a very strong sense of doing these things. Maybe you won't have explored hence back, but that is the strength that Chaitanya has got. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir,
Yes.
with due respect, no, with due respect to you and with other children also, I would like just wanted to mention something. That other children, they should not feel that it's only, analyzed about Chaitanya. All right?
Yeah.
Hello?
So yeah, I understand. You can talk to
Other children also there. They are there. They will be observing. Hello, everybody?
Yes, sir. No
Can you mute
problem.
yourself? Unmute yourself.
Yes,
No problem, right?
sir.
No,
You
sir.
try to understand what is actually going on, right? What are your abilities? What are your, what to tell, inabilities that you have to
Yes, sir.
analyze, then you have to go with. So, sir, I asked only one of our students, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So that
yes.
you can understand it, okay?
Yes.
One of our students analysis is given, then everybody will be, clear.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
things were there. They can go through their report also. They can
And I will also encourage, sir, at the end of the session, I will also encourage everybody to come up with the questions. So
Yeah,
that is the opportunity for
sure,
them
sir.
to ask. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure. I'm waiting for that, sir. What are
And
the
then-
queries
Oh.
that are there with them, right?
I'm really sorry. This graph is a little distorted, I suppose. Okay. This is with Chaitanya. I will want to look at this graph again, but your dominant interest, it is coming towards the commerce section. It is represented in the impression, but
Sir, before going to career interest, I'll just request you one thing.
Uh-huh.
Rao sir and Dr. Sharath sir, if you allow, I
Sure,
would just
sir.
like to mention that for all these abilities, what we talked till now, there is
Yeah.
a mentor's guide which includes parent and teachers both in each of
Sure,
the
sir.
abilities. So we have given a group report to Ali sir and Sasmita madam also. So the overall picture of the class of this group of this 15 students, it can be represented. It is represented there.
That should be sum up, sir. No. Yeah.
Yeah. So that will give you an insight for the institute.
What if
Focus,
you want, I
to
can
focus.
share that report also, like if you want. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
can share it.
Yeah. So
Sir, you can share it and you just guide them, sir.
okay. Just a minute. I'm just opening it. Meanwhile, our Priyanka ma'am will take it from here a little forward. I'll just open the report until then. Yeah.
I hope in a nutshell, you can give everybody's like report.
Yeah. We can.
Yeah.
You.
So that 15 students, those who are there, no, they can get something idea about their career. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
You go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So let's step away a little bit from all the technical terms that we've been referring to. I believe we also have parents with us and students, and I think there are two teachers. So we'll speak about what are some of the behavioral challenges that students can face, especially when they are creating their goals or trying to make their career graphs. To begin with, I think adolescence, the word youth refers to a lot of exploration, like an unwavering faith in your own self, vitality, you're full of life, and very, very aspirational. And it's great that we have tools like Quiz, which is helping you identify some of your strengths and some of your areas of improvement, let's say. Uh, but net you do understand technically what you should focus on and what you should build further on. We are yet faced with a lot of challenges in terms of decision making. In spite of knowing everything, there can be a difference of opinion between you and your parent, or between what you feel at a feeling level you can excel at and what really the career opportunity has to offer. So the executive functioning, which Vishal sir was referring to, largely decision making skill, you're still in a process where you're sharpening it. Okay. And so while you are, it's a journey where you are deciding what you want to do in your life, what do you want to do for a living, etc. Like all big questions that you are struggling with and trying to seek answers from different sources. You also are going through a lot of changes physically, psychologically, and at a behavior level. And all these domains are literally like trying to race. It's like a race between all these domains, and a little bit of shakiness in one domain really can affect the other. Okay, so how do you really balance all of these, is something you can think about. I would say, can we like have a little bit of interaction? Are you all okay with it? Can I ask you all some questions, parents and and children?
Yes. Please go.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So this is for parents. What are some of the challenges parents face, or let's say even teachers? What are some of the challenges you face when it comes to adolescence? At home or in classroom, what are some of the famous dialogues that students get to hear from teachers and parents? Would some parent like
Anybody?
to share?
Anybody? Ma'am, as a parent, I have something to tell, right?
Okay.
Okay. The challenge is like, my child is a little bit lazy to
Yeah,
get up in the morning.
I'm unable to hear you clearly.
Hello.
Yeah.
As a parent, I have a little bit problem with my child getting up early.
Okay. So
That is
ये
one the thing.
okay. So ये
The second
उठता
thing
नहीं है.
नहीं है.
ओके, ये उठता नहीं है, ये सुनता नहीं है, ये आलसी है, या सिर्फ पढ़ते रहता है, doesn't try to make friends. These are some of the generalized statements that we get to hear about adolescents. Am I right, Rao sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So not just in respect to your child, but overall. And now this question is for students. What are some
Okay.
of the challenges you all face?
Children, you can you can speak.
What are some of the challenges you face when it comes to interacting with teachers and parents?
Hello, anybody?
Yeah, dear students, nobody is going to blame you. This is a platform to open you. Yeah,
Open up,
because
yeah.
this is an interaction between us. Nobody is going to blame you.
Yeah.
On the contrary, you can use this platform very careful, very wisely.
Yeah.
I would like to say something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, Kinjal.
You can. Kinjal, you
Yeah,
can.
there are like different perspectives. Like we think from our perspectives, and they have a different perspective. So there's somewhere we are not matching together, so it won't connect. So that's the problem somewhere. And then their freeness is not there to talk. How we talk to our friends, we can't talk that freely to parents or to teachers, and so it will not be conveyed as conveniently.
Right. So, how
Very
do
good.
you feel when you really can't convey and the other person can't really hear what you actually intend to say?
I feel very bad. I feel like there is no one caring about what I am trying to put forward.
Mm-hmm.
Frustration we go into.
Sorry, Chaitanya, I didn't get that.
Means we get little bit angry and frustration.
Yeah, yeah. So, what are some of the statements that come? They always force me. Yeah,
Yeah, they always make me keep quiet and not speak anything.
right. And maybe there is also so much of exploration. You want to go out to a cafe with friends, but maybe your parents don't want you to do that. So, should I do it? Or should I not do it? Right? I love them, but I still have a need to experiment with something that I have never done. Maybe go for a night out with a friend, maybe go out on a trip with friends, right?
Ma'am, it will be very good to talk if you talk about this particular thing, because today's generation is facing the same thing.
Right. So we've always had this, sir. In fact, this is classically the generation gap, right? What Kinjal was trying to convey. It is frustrating if I can't get my point across to the other person. So most of the times, even in a corporate environment, we hear it's all about communication. You should be able to communicate very well your point across to the other person, but ideally it's all also about comprehension, right? If the other person has really understood what you are intending to convey, especially with English language, a single word can really mean a lot many things. A statement said in different tones can mean different things. So maybe there is something that we want to convey, but the other person has really not comprehended, right? Does that happen, kids?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So through all the confusions and your decisions, their decisions, we have to actually come the midway, right? So, as students, y'all, as children, y'all can really practice paraphrasing, being very clear in what you want. A lot of times we beat around the bush to convey what we want because we are scared that we'll get to hear a no, right? In that case, you can focus on conveying what you need on the point. This is what I need, and this is how it will make me feel if I get it, and this is how I will feel if I don't get it. So clearly stating what you really want and what you really mean as like a buffer. You can also paraphrase what you have said. So like if it's a long list of things that you want from your parent, uh, you say that, and then you also kind of paraphrase it that these are the things and this is what I would need, right? And check with them if they have really understood what your need at that point in time is. So this can be like a small tip that can work, and it can come handy when you all are having discussions around career choices, which may not come immediately, but yeah, while choosing your stream, while you're also discussing the career report. And for parents, how many parents do we have on the session with us? We saw two parents.
So there are there.
Okay.
You can see thumbs up.
Okay, wonderful. So, as far as it's for parents, patience and a lot of patience, especially in this challenging stage of their life. If you remember when your child was a little toddler, or you can say was an infant, not a toddler, but the journey from infancy to toddlerhood to a little child was so fast. They grew so fast physically. Their needs were growing faster. So, the whole process of development, the way it is in that phase, it's almost the same in this phase. So they are going through a lot of changes physically. There are hormonal changes happening. There is changes happening in their bone structures. There are changes happening all over. There is chemical changes happening in their body. So imagine like an adolescent is like a whirlwind of changes happening, and so we see there is a lot of uh, uh, you know um, mood swings. Suddenly they would want something and suddenly they would not like it. The classic statement, wo alsi hai, right? That refers to a medical term called lassitude. So owing to the fast paced changes in their body, their bones are growing, their need for other nutrition is increasing, their diet has increased. All of these things actually make them tired, and that phenomena is called lassitude, and which we usually look at as laziness. So maybe it's coming from that place, and we need to really acknowledge that and help them go through this phase in a way which is not looking down upon them, but very positive and supportive. So if on a particular day the child finds it difficult to concentrate, we have to really support them in that way. Uh, and of course, like you see on the slide, a lot of love, care, respect is very, very important, and a positive communication. Some of the examples that we spoke about, really putting across what you need very clearly, is a first step towards positive communication. Checking what the person has comprehended, the message in your communication, you can say is the second step towards positive communication. Apart from this, I'm sure you all are aware, using positive words, not really calling children names while teaching them any good habit, would all come under positive communication. And discipline and hard work is for students. Vishal sir has already referred to quite a few points regarding the 5 a.m. club, and it's really totally up to you as a student. And it would also mean how pressing the need is. For example, now that your board exams are nearing, you may find the need to be more disciplined, and of course you're going to put in all the hard work. And how about making this like an ongoing habit, and what efforts you need to put in for that to happen is something you can work on. So I think if we keep all these things in mind, it can be simpler to overcome those behavioral challenges that you are facing as a teenager, and for parents to remember how to really respond to these challenges without getting anxious and without really feeling worried only, but working very positively towards it. So
So having said that, I'm going to share with every student, the group report of yours, and I will open up this for questions after referring to the group report, so that it is easy for you all to, understand and reflect upon. Until then, someone can, just if you have a question immediately, you can just put it out. Meanwhile, I'm going to share the report.
Children, are you all there?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any queries? Do you have any queries?
Hello, sir. Can I
Yeah.
ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, why can't?
Sir, I am Manasvi Patil's mama.
Okay.
Her page of career interest. It is showing her interest in social science and art maximum. That is that graph, no?
Okay.
It is showing like that. but after that it is showing in home science and then in commerce.
Okay. Okay.
But she want to do career in a commerce only. She has
Okay.
decided already कि she want to do in career only.
Okay.
Then what is your opinion about that? Or
Okay.
is it okay?
So this is Manasvi's parent, right?
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir.
Yes, sir.
So typically speaking, see, there are 8 type of career interest areas, and there are like highly likely possibilities of some, low likely possibilities of some. So there are 2 types of interest that we usually see. One is the reported interest, one is recorded interest. So if a student has an aspiration of doing something, for example, in this case of yours, the student Manasvi has an aspiration of going into commerce. Is it right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
But she may have some other interest areas as well, which are which can be complementary to the core interest area, or maybe which can be antagonistic as well. So, for example, if my brother is a doctor, and I would look at him and I say I want to be a doctor, but I do not demonstrate the interest to be going into the medical field, but I just look at him because I admire him in every part of life, then there is a contradiction in my interest and my aspiration. Okay.
Exactly same happens, sir. Both of we are doctor. She
Huh.
has seen us working a lot and not giving proper time to family and each other and everything. That's why she decided not to become a doctor. She want to go for commerce and do career in finance.
Yeah. So what happens is normally these are circumstantial things which either our kids become averse or maybe inclined towards certain things. I'll tell you one important thing, students, maybe teachers and parents, all of you just understand. These students of yours, these belong to Generation Z. Generation Z, a lot of characteristics are very new for us of Generation Z. One of the top 3 characteristics of Generation Z is, one, they are born in an era or maybe in a time where it is so much resourceful. They've got all the resources in their life that you all people or you and me did not have in the half lifetime of ours. For example, some of us did not have mobile with us, until we grew up to our maybe colleges. Some of us, you look at your grandparents, the kids of this, the grandparents of these kids, they did not have a television or electricity until the half-life period of theirs. Now, why I'm saying you this is they are born in a very resourceful times. Second, these are highly, you can say, impatient people. They will want everything here and now. Maggie khani hai, abhi khani hai. Bahar jana hai, abhi jana hai. Ye chahiye, abhi jana hai. The patience, because the availability of things or the stimuluses are readily there, so the impatience have grown in. And the third thing, important thing is, although being impatient and everything, these people want to make some impact in life. So this is a typical of this generation, not the millennials I'm talking about, but the Generation Z, the one which are born after 1999. Why I'm saying you this is they'll want to do something different, something of their own, something of their choice. Everybody, each and everybody.
Yes.
Okay. So while they are observing you and finding your challenges in dealing with coping up with life, because they don't have a task of improving their quality of life, which you have already done.
Yes.
You have enhanced the quality of life. Now their task is to make, give it back to the society. For most of them, the priority, their inclination will fall towards social sciences or say commerce or arts. And this is what we have observed. Almost most of you will find that students are inclined towards social sciences or commerce or arts or say realistic interest, but but 20 or 30% will be inclined towards science and the core discipline. The reason
Sir,
is
absolutely right, sir.
yeah.
What you are telling is absolutely right.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So that is the core of this. The students are, so you can see a whole genre of social enterprises coming out of these students. Maybe they are more towards giving back to the society, doing some social work, finding some solace in planting trees, working for animal welfare, working for old age homes. Although you'll find, when groomed in a proper way, they exhibit this kind of empathetic connect with the society. Hence, I'll express in a very simple terms, ma'am, that if Manasvi wants to pursue commerce, it's one of the best things to do for her. I'll tell you why. People from science do not run the world. People from economics and commerce, they are the ones who are running the world. Keep this in mind. Okay.
Yes.
So it's okay, and it's very encouraging for you to have a daughter who would take, after looking at the successful careers of the parents, they will think and decide to pursue a career in commerce. I would congratulate your parenting as well.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Sir, can I just step in for 1 minute?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yeah. So there is a kind request to all the students, all the parents, and teachers also. There are some interests shown, like the things which are not there in their prominently, they are not showing those characteristics in the classrooms or something like that. But these interests, if you want to really understand what is meant by this interest, what we are showing, please follow the definition of that. In the definition of that abilities or careers, there are a whole lot of things which are the students are showing interest often. So please go through the definitions. Just don't go on the word or just on the tagline. Yeah, he's interested in a home science. But or suppose somebody's interested, one student I think showing interest in agriculture. That does not mean that tomorrow morning he has to go and plow the whole plot or something like that in his career. That does mean that he has an affinity towards botany or plants or something like that. Some maybe he may come with an innovative idea in his life. You might be wondering that besides your school, there is a farm in Hatkarangli Taluka itself, where two engineering students have set up a farm with high-tech facilities, and they are renowned. If you just open the internet, then you will come to know that. So this is what we mean by an agriculture interest. Maybe you will exhibit it 10 years later, but today you are showing some kind of inclination towards that. That is what we mean to be. So just go through the definitions of these interests before you put a judgment, or before you say that no, this is not my interest, and you are saying something.
Okay, great.
We both can come to a conclusion after. We can listen to you, you can listen to us, and then we can come to a conclusion whenever we have to take a decision.
So, so interestingly, if you look at all of the class, your class demonstrates a good dominant ability as closure ability. You look here, okay, which is good for you. Maybe the credit goes to the teachers as well. They've nurtured that way. And you look at the interest areas. The top two interest areas are art and realistic. So these students love being practical, love being tangible, and love being artistic as well. Okay, so which is very good thing. If you look at the representation from the perspective of the summary based on the girls and boys, almost all fare equally, with some exceptions like closure ability. You find boys doing better, a little better, maybe both are high, while girls doing better in reasoning, spatial, design related things, verbal related things. Clerical, both are equal, and maybe numerical also you see girls doing better. So this is the overall interpretation for the class in totality. I would welcome some more questions from the students or the parents if at all.
Prasanna sir. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I really appreciate the presentation, graphical presentation what you have given.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, fine. But one thing, like, we have to respect always, like, the interest of the child, right?
Interest of?
The child.
Yes.
Yeah. We have to pave ourselves into the same. It's not I'm telling about myself or my child. It's telling about all the children, right?
Correct.
Those who are there.
Correct.
Children, explore yourselves.
Absolutely. So you
Explore
need to
yourself.
explore.
Yeah, explore yourself where you are strong,
Very
where
true.
you are weak.
Very true. Very true. I would
Leave that
take
weak area,
correct.
and where you are strong, work on that.
Correct, sir. Absolutely. I
That's
hope
what my
all
that's what
students.
my perception, and after listening for 1 hour and 1.5 hours, what I feel like, they
Yes.
have to work on their own strengths.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. So
Be strong on your strengths
correct.
and believe that you can do this. Okay,
Yes.
and go on with that. This is my
Yes.
strong area. I'm working on that. This is
Absolutely.
my weak area. I can't do. Leave it.
Absolutely. So
Sir,
to summarize
sir,
your
with due respect, no, one more word I will say.
yeah.
Yeah, leave the area where you are weak. But at the same time, for 10th class, you have to pass, right?
Very
Uh,
true.
yeah, you just work on that subject. Even if you are weak in social, also you have to study, because this is where your percentage will be there, right? Sir, I think I'm there.
Very true, sir. So
Yeah.
to put things in perspective, what sir said, if you know that in front of you there is like a small, puddle or something, you would be, aware of it. When you're aware of it, you can cross it,
Yeah.
jump over it, or maybe pass by somewhere. But if you're not aware, you'll fall into that puddle. So this awareness, this introspection is what sir was talking about, and I believe every student will be able to achieve it. Yes or no, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the session,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
got some
sir.
insights,
Yes.
got
But
some
do you
in-
have any questions to ask? You ask na, sir.
Now there is a compulsion. Every student has to ask one question.
Really?
Come on, any questions, students? Need to ask.
Sir, one more question
Yes,
about
yes.
your quiz. You have done this career interest test,
Uh-huh.
but if we want any further guidance, then is it available to you?
Definitely, madam. We'll
Yeah,
make it.
it is available, definitely. Vipul sir, you can throw some light on this.
Madam, any guidance if you want, a lifetime, we are available there. Sir will just share his number and our office address. So you can
Okay.
just connect him offline for whatever your requests are there, or whatever questions you want to ask after the meeting at any time. We will be
Okay,
there.
okay.
And we
Because
have a
my
dedicated,
problem,
we have a dedicated helpline also.
okay,
So
but my problem is that as I was from science branch, I don't know anything about commerce. I don't know the syllabus. I don't know the colleges or the institutions or the teaching classes. Nothing. That can I ask to
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
about?
We can have a discussion over it. No problem.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
I hope with this note, can we conclude here?
Sir?
Yes, Chaitanya, you wanted to ask something?
Yes,
But
sir.
do you have any queries? Anybody?
Yes, sir. I
Yes.
have.
You can ask, sir, please.
Sir, means here the interest and the career recommendations are given. Sir,
Uh-huh.
but in real life we feel that means we have some different interest and passion. So what should we conclude about means we are not good in that and we are good in this, or
See,
what
at
should
the
they
end,
exactly feel?
at the end of the report, you are given certain recommendation of the careers. There are 4, 5, 3 in some cases. But these are not absolute things. Try and understand. Rao sir mentioned here also. These are the direction in which you can go. You can always have an aspiration or an interest that you want to pursue. But mind you, in that case, you'll have to work extra towards those things. If you're not, finding that difficult, or finding that thing is not naturally coming to you, you'll have to work towards it in a very extra mile. Do you understand, Chaitanya?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So means here
Chaitanya,
my
what I want to
ability.
tell you, Chaitanya, what I want to tell you, if you are lagging somewhere and you want to pursue in that same career, definitely you have to work, no?
Yes, sir.
That is up to you. If you want to be a different person, you can go. There's no problem. But where you are going, there you have to give 100%. Then you will be successful.
That is direction that you have to
Yes,
go. It's your efforts has got not only the magnitude but direction. It's a vector quantity, not a scalar quantity.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Chaitanya, just 1 minute. I will tell you something.
Yes,
See,
sir.
there are 7 abilities and 8 career interests, right? And you
Yeah.
know your scores, right? So in some,
Means
in
in
some,
my career interest,
no, no, I am not
most
talking
of
about,
them it's same only except for realistic. So
yeah, yeah,
what
I'm
should
not,
I understand?
No, Chaitanya, what I'll say is you'll have to I'll have to relook into your career interest areas. Let us I'll have your number or maybe email from Vipul sir, and maybe I'll connect with you just to resolve that very graph of yours. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
yeah. So to all the students, what I would like to tell you that career interests you have in your minds and they will come forward. What you need to prepare at this stage is the abilities. So there are 7 abilities and you know your scores very well. So just go on improving the abilities where you are lagging till you have a time. This is called, we call this as a fluid intelligence. Your intelligence is not static now. It is fluid, it is flowing. And of course, you can make a progress till the age of 19, what we call in psychology, uh, this is a fluid intelligence. So don't get bothered about whether I will excel in my career or not. You have a passion, just keep in your mind that to back up your passion, you need these 7 abilities. If you are fantastic in all the 7, you can do any career you want.
Great.
Good, sir. Very good.
Fantastic.
Fantastic, sir. One more thing, sir. Like, see, whatever up to now you have the abilities. Hello? All the
Yes.
children are there? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Children are also there, I think, See, till now you could not do something, right? Somewhere you are lagging. Some subject you might be lagging. But further, if you want to go, only commitment is needed. That's all. All right?
Very
If
true.
you want
Very
to
true.
pursue, if you want to pursue some career in that particular thing, still you have time. Hello?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear
You
you.
sir.
have time. Still you have time. Another 4 years or 5 years are there. You can choose your own career. And if you, I'm telling no, what I'm telling is like, what to tell? Okay. You can go into different aspect, different career, different things, but choose right thing, give 100% for that. From my side only, I'm telling, give 100% for that. Whatever career you choose, whatever career you're choosing, 100% you have to give. That's all. Give 100%, then you will be achievable. All right.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Arya, can you go with your question, please? Arya Patankar.
That is not there in the
She is
meeting.
not there, sir.
Okay, okay. Arya Naga. Asta.
Sir, beyond your counseling, if I speak something wrong, please forgive me. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
no
no.
problem.
Asta, can you go ahead with your question?
I do not have any question.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Still, if you have a question, write it down in your notebook. We'll share our numbers and you can have a dialogue with us. Or you
Yes,
can
sir.
take our numbers from this group. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pallavi, do you have a question?
No, sir. I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. But still, I'm suggesting write it down and ask anytime you want.
Sir, Pallavi has a question like, whether to go for science or to the humanity.
Pallavi.
Yeah. Sir, if you see her, she is my daughter, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So whether she should go for a humanitarian because she is interested in that.
She after looking at the career, I can say she can go for humanities, sir.
Okay, fine, sir.
Yeah.
Because her mother has something.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be something like always.
We can
And,
have a word on this if you want.
Sure, sir, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Kinjal Karwa, Kinjal, do you have a question?
Kinjal is not there, suppose. They dropped
Kinjal
out.
Kar-
Sir.
Okay, Kinjal Heda also is not there.
No, dropped out.
Anjali?
Sir, Vipul, sir,
Yes, sir.
can you share the number of sir who is taking
We'll
this
share
form?
in the group, sir. I suppose, sir, most of them have dropped out. There are only like
Okay.
4 or 5
Yeah, yeah.
students left.
Fine, no problem. But you just share your number also, sir, with
Yes.
Vipul, sir, so that we can
Yes, sir. Yes.
share and we can be in contact with you personally.
Yeah, absolutely. Sir.
What can be done.
Absolutely. Sir.
Yeah. Thank you so
Great.
much, sir.
Thank
It's
you.
a very good session.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. All the best, everybody. Hope to see you soon. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.